right, I'm about to talk about a sensitive subject, and I don't mean my beard going gray. Look, before I was 40, I didn't have any gray in my beard at all. The minute I hit fucking 40, it started right here, and now it's just going. My head started going gray when I was like 18, so my hair has always been gray up top. It started with like one spot. Now, but that's not the sensitive subject I'm going to talk about. The sensitive subject I'm going to talk about is relationships with people that are incarcerated. It can be very hard for women whose men are going away, especially for a long time. I mean, think about it. What would you do if your spouse was incarcerated and they had to go sit down for 20 years because they did something stupid? Would you be able to be alone that long? Could you be faithful that long? Would you be by yourself that long? I mean, because there's not just sexual things, but I mean, having a spouse in the house, having a man around is just fucking useful, right? I mean, and think about it. Generally speaking, in our culture, in my culture anyway, the man takes on the role as the protector, right? The protector, the provider. You know, somebody comes knock on the door, a stranger knocks on the door, the man goes answers the door. You know what I mean? And it's, you know, man has to get out there and get the money and help pay the bills and things, even though nowadays it takes probably two incomes. But my point here is that, my point is that it's hard for a woman to be alone like that, right? Because they also have emotional and psychological, physical needs and stuff. And so men have all the same damn things, and women play an important role too. But if a man is locked up and he's been with his wife for a long time, and the wife is helping him out financially, and so he may not write any other women. But there's a lot of guys that that are absolutely writing other women and stuff. And like, there's a lot of women that'll be like, oh, my friend just needs somebody to write to. And they'll throw like a letter to somebody. And then the woman says, okay, I'll write them. And they start off, and now they think they're starting to be in this relationship. But what they don't know is they got that letter that she got was a same stock letter 20 other women got. They're playing the law of averages. If I write 100 women, maybe 10 will respond, maybe one will turn out, maybe one will put money on my books. And it becomes a form of income, a form of hustle, right? Because the guys that don't have any money, they need money, right? It's an economy in there just like anywhere else. And so the more money you have, the better off you are, the easier life can get. So they end up writing other women for those reasons. These women will write them real sexy letters, and if you've been married to your wife for 18 years, you might keep them letters real close to you. But chances are, if this is just some chick that you found, like, they gonna read their letters and they'll sell that letter to somebody else for somebody else to read and smell the perfume on that letter. Let me tell you this. I'm not hating or knocking on nobody, because my mama used to write inmates and stuff, right? Back when I was a little kid. She actually dated a Mexican guy whose family and stuff was affiliated with the Texas syndicate, and him and his brothers were caught always in and out of the penitentiary, and she would write him in the pen, and then he gets out, and they got like a little relationship going on, but very dangerous, no good kind of guys anyway, by the way. But that's, my mom used to write guys. And so I'm telling you what I know, because I've seen like the scribes that they have inside of the prison, and I know what my mom went through, and I also know like the stories he would tell too about that kind of stuff. So like, if you're writing somebody, always err on the side of caution. If you've never met this person, I would be very cautious about being emotionally invested in thinking you're the only one he's writing. I think the odds on that are slim to none. I mean, like, maybe your chances on it being legit is 2%. That's it. I just don't think it's real. And if you're sending sexy pictures and things like that, you don't think guys share those pictures? If it's his wife and they've been together a long time, probably not. But if it's just some thought that he's been writing that sends him like stuff in her nightgown and shit, you believe if he can make a buck off of that, he's gonna make a buck off that. And this is just the reality of the penitentiary. And I know there's a lot of women on here that probably don't want to hear me, but think about it. If men cheat in the free world, men are going to cheat. Men will do similar type activities in there. You know, I would pray to God that I wouldn't write any other women, because I'd like to be my vows are important to my wife. 18 years is a long time. But if I was if I was broke and not financially secure, like, who knows what I would do? I mean, that's a topic for somebody that's been incarcerated, though, because I've never been in that situation. I can only tell you what I've seen and what I believe and what I think. All right, y'all have a good one. I'll holler at you.